Hello, today in this lecture video, we're going to talk about Lesson 2, Arithmetic and Geometric Sequence. First, let's talk about the definition of arithmetic sequence. In an arithmetic sequence, the difference between one term and the next is a constant. So, ang sinasabi lang dito na in each term na sa isang sequence, sa isang arithmetic sequence, kapag minus mo yung present term to the previous term, laging equal yung mga difference nila. For example, if we have a arithmetic sequence given of 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, pag minus mo yung 4 sa 2, equal siya sa 2. Minus mo yung 6 sa 4, equal siya sa 2. Pag minus mo yung 8 sa 6, equal siya sa 2. So basically saying, parehas yung mga difference niya. It is a list of number with a definite pattern, which is yung pattern nga is pare-parehas yung difference ng each term. The constant difference in all pairs of consecutive or successive numbers in a sequence is called the common difference, denoted by letter D. So yun nga, as what I said a while ago, yung pare-parehas na difference, it is called a common difference represented by a variable D. Now, if you have a positive common difference or D, it denotes an increasing sequence. Hence, a negative D or a negative common difference indicates a decreasing sequence. For the formula of arithmetic sequence, it is given as a sub n equal to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d, in which, a sub n is the term you want to find or the missing term. A sub 1 is the first term of the ordered numbers or the sequence, and n is the term position or yung hinahanap na term. So, for example, 2, 4, 6, 8, yung 6 siya ay pang third term, so n is equals to 3. And D is the common difference of any pair of consecutive and or adjacent numbers. Yung as what I said a while ago, the common difference or yung pare-parehas na difference between terms. Now, to further illustrate the meaning of common difference, here we are given by two types of arithmetic sequence, an increasing and decreasing arithmetic sequence. First, at the left, we have a common difference is positive. Now, paano siya naging positive? If you minus 9 to 5, 9 minus 5 is equals to 4, 13 minus 9 is equals to 4, and 17 minus 13 is equals to 4. So we have a positive common difference which denotes a increasing arithmetic sequence. On the right naman, we have a negative common difference. Now, if you minus 17 to 20, it is negative 3. 14 to 17, it is negative 3. And 11 minus 14 is negative 3. Now, it denotes a decreasing arithmetic sequence. Let's have an example for the arithmetic sequence. We are given a sequence below and determine the 8th element using arithmetic sequence. Now, here is the sequence: 7, 10, 13, 16, and so on. Now, ang kailangan daw nating hanapin is yung pang-8 term or yung pang-8 element. For the solution, first, we should look for the common difference. Since given naman na arithmetic sequence to get the common difference, we will minus, we will take the difference of the second term and the first term. So, n sub 2 minus n sub 1. So, substitute the values. We have the second term is 10 and the first term is 7. Now, 10 minus 7 is 3. Our common difference is 3. Now, let's compute for the 8 elements. Since we have solved the common difference. Now, the formula for arithmetic sequence is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus d times quantity n minus 1. Substituting the values, since 8 element yung hinahanap, so n is equals to 8. So, a sub 8 is equal to 7 plus yung common difference na nakuha natin kanina is 3. So, 3 times quantity 8 minus 1. Bakit 8 minus 1? Since n is equal to 8 and yung 8 term hinahanap natin, so n is equals to 8. So, we will use 8 minus 1. Computing for the values, we arrived that we have solved and find out that the 8th value for the given sequence, arithmetic sequence, is 28. Now let's talk about the geometric sequence. In a geometric sequence, each term is found by multiplying the previous term by a constant. So, just like in arithmetic sequence, ang nakikita natin doon is yung difference, which is mina-minus natin yung second term to the first term, or yung present term to the previous term. Now, to get the constant ratio in geometric sequence, we divide the second term by the first term, or the present term to the previous term. In dividing each term, we will observe that it has a constant multiplier, or constant yung pang-multiply niya as the term goes on. The number multiplied or divided at each stage of a geometric sequence is called a common ratio, represented by letter R o variable R. Kagaya din sa arithmetic sequence, kung may common difference sa arithmetic sequence, sa geometric sequence, meron tayong tinatawag na common ratio, or yung variable R. Now, here is the formula to determine the missing term in a geometric sequence. A sub n is equals to a times r raised to quantity n minus 1, where yung a sub n is the nth term of the sequence, yung hinahanap na term or yung missing term, a is the first term of the sequence, while r is the common ratio. Now, how do we get letter r, or how to compute for the common ratio? The formula to get the common ratio is a sub n over a sub n minus 1. Basically, ang sinasabi lang nito is i-divide mo lang yung present term to the previous term, or the second term to the first term. I-divide mo lang siya to get the common ratio. Para makita ang illustration, ito, para makuha natin yung common ratio dito is 5. Para nakuha yon? Substituting the formula, so 10 divided by 10 is a sub n, and a sub n minus 1 is 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 50 divided by 10 is 5, 250 divided by 50 is 5, and so on. And that's how you get the common ratio. Is it clear ba? If you have any question, PM mo lang ako. Example for geometric sequence para mas malinaw. Given a sequence below, the 10th term using geometric determine the 10th term using geometric sequence. Now we have a given sequence of 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. The first step is getting the common ratio, which is the formula for common ratio is n sub 2 over n sub 1. Or, in short, the given formula from the previous slide is a sub n over a sub n minus 1. So, n sub 2 over n sub 1. Substituting the values, 4 divided by 2, and our common ratio is 2. Now we solve for the 10th term or the missing 10th element. The formula in getting the 10th term is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to quantity n minus 1. Substituting the values, n is equals to 10 because we are looking for the missing element, which is the 10th term. So a sub 10 is equal to 2 times 2 raised to quantity 10 minus 1. Para naging 2 raised to 10 minus 1. 2 siya kasi yung na-solve natin na common ratio is 2. And substituting the values to the formula, we get 2 raised to quantity 10 minus 1. Solving the problem, we would arrive to 2 times 512, and our final answer is a sub 10 is equals to 1024. Now, bibigyan kita ng tip para mas madali mo maintindihan yung arithmetic and geometric sequence. On most quizzes or exam, mga teacher, hindi naman sinasabi yung given sequence. Like for example, eto, may given sequence ka na 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Hindi naman niya sasabihin, sabihin lang niya, hanapin mo yung pang 10th term. Pero hindi niya sasabihin kung geometric sequence ba or arithmetic sequence yung given. Now, to check, you should try both or look for the pattern. Titignan mo kung common difference ba siya or common ratio. First, ang technique dyan, ang gagawin mo lang is lagi yung first 3 terms. So, yung first term, second term, third term. Now, to check kung arithmetic or geometric, gawin mo lang yung formula ng common ratio and common difference. Kunyari ito. 4 minus 2 is 2. Tama? 8 minus 4 is 4. Ngayon, di na siya parehas. So, in short, hindi na siya common difference. Hindi na arithmetic sequence formula ang gagamitin mo. Now, try mo naman yung pang geometric sequence or get the common ratio. So, 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 8 divided by 4 is 2. Parehas siya. So, in short, geometric sequence yung given. Gagamitin mo yung formula ng geometric sequence para mahanap yung 10th term. Ganun lang technique doon. Laging first, second, third term lang gagamitin mo. And use the formula in getting the common ratio and common difference. Ganun lang siya actually. Ang pag-get ng missing term using arithmetic and geometric sequence. That's all. Thank you, and I hope you learned a lot.